Good evening, dear friends, investors, traders. I welcome you again behalf from the financial analyst team. I'm very excited to share a lot of news with you today. Welcome to another stream, and I'm very happy because there are a lot of factors which recently happened in the financial market that we will be going to have an in-depth conversation about. And I'm very happy to see you. Welcome to the stream. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'll be your financial analyst for today's session. So I'm really excited. I have few good news to share with you, although at the same time, we will be talking about the financial market and what are the various trading ideas that we can basically gather from it. Welcome to the stream. Dear traders, let me know in the comment section how do you feel about these continuous sessions that we are having with you. Any feedbacks, any question that you have in your mind, you can feel free to share your doubts and questions. I will be more than happy to answer all of them. And in the meantime, we will be talking about the financial market. For today, specifically for around 10 minutes, we'll be talking about heat maps. As you know, that heat maps is something which has been very trending from a very long period of time. But a lot of peer traders, I had this conversation where they shared an idea that they really do not have any idea how these heat maps work. So therefore, we will be having a exclusive conversation about that. Let me know in the comment section, dear traders, how many of you are aware about heat maps. If not, that is completely fine. I'll be sharing my personal ideas with you. Welcome to the stream. We'll wait for a couple of minutes for a few more traders to join. Welcome to the stream. We are waiting for the very first comments to be there. Be a part of it. So, dear traders, till we wait for a few clients to join in, as I told you, we'll be talking about the heat max for around 10 minutes, and therefore I will give you my short analysis, my overall market analysis that we'll be doing for today. So welcome to the stream. Now, some of you might be a little confused about what really heat maps is. Even though we talked about the heat maps in the last session, I'll make sure that for today we will be also talking about it for at least 5 to 10 minutes to give you a very clarified idea how people do use these different ideologies, these different graphs that you can see on my screen. It's basically a combination where it has been a representation of the existing price of any asset. We may call it as stock market. Let's take an example. So one of the favorite site that I usually visit is finviz.com. Here you can see a clear cut heat map. We call it as heat map because it basically is a representation in the form of red or green color. Now, once you click on here, you will see all the stocks which are listed in S&P 500. From the name itself, it is an indication that Standards and Poor's 500 index stock categorized by the sectors. It is like automatic customization, which has been already made by Finways to show us how the visual demonstration really works at this time. Dear traders, again, let me tell you that your comments are actually very important for me. If you have any question that you may wish to ask me, you can feel free to ask me in the comment section. So heat maps, right? Dear traders, heat maps is a representation where we basically can predict the state of market by just analyzing index. So let's take an example for S&P 500. Now S&P 500 basically contains major 500 top companies which are in US stock market, which are listed in the US stock market. It includes the technological sector. We may call it as Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, correct, Tesla, major sectors like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. These are all listed. A lot of companies are there. Even here you can see Google, Meta. So these are all the part of it. Make sure if you have any question, feel free to comment me in the comment section. We have few good comments. Mr. Warsi, welcome to the live session. Mr. Khan said, hi, Mr. Khan, welcome to the stream. Mr. Sahil ji said best time for trading. Now it varies from person to person, sir. The fixed time trading because I love taking trades on fixed time trading and I usually vary my trading time from one way to another. It be also based on the candlestick formation that I'm using. So if you like fixed time trading more, the best time for trading, in my opinion, is a market on which the market has a moderate form of volatility. A moderate form of volatility can come from a time level close to 9:30 to 12:30. and soon after that the European market starts, and then you will also have an opportunity starting from 1:30 to evening 5:30, and exactly at 6 o'clock the US stock market major data is released, and 7 p.m. the US stock market release. Now when the US stock market release, the currency pairs can become a little volatile, so I would highly recommend you to, if you try to avoid trading on currency pairs during 7 let's just take an example for 6:45 to 7:15. This is according to the Indian Standard Time. Okay, so we have a lot of comment. Mr. Sahil ji, bolo please. I did share my information with you. Mr. Alon ji said, "Hi, good evening, sir. Good evening." Alon FF from Pakistan, sir. Love from India as well. Welcome to the stream. Mr. War said, "Hi, hello, good evening." Umer ji said, "Hello, hello, Umer ji. How are you doing?" As you traders, these comments basic. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is to have this conversation, exclusive conversation with you. Even though it's a one-sided conversation, but the most of the time, the reason why I do YouTube live stream is to have a word with you, share my point of view about the market and how the market can behave, so that in the longer run, our objective is the profitability, and that is what we should be thriving on. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Zahur ji said, "Hi, hello Zahurji. Good evening." Mr. Noman ji said hi. Good evening, Noman ji. So Mr. Roaster ji said how to analyze candlestick, how to analyze pattern. Each time frame shows a different candlestick and pattern, which one to follow and apply. Now it is also based on. So we not only use the candlestick formation, but along with that we use a different set of indicators and oscillators. Right now, I was just taking some trades in my live account based on the engulfing pattern, bullish and bearish engulfing pattern. Some of the trade definitely can go for positive, but some of the trades can go for the negative. That is completely fine. It's a part of the financial market which varies a lot with respect to time. Mr. Imad ji said, "Love from Dubai. Can you please tell about timing? Which time should we avoid trading?" I personally don't trade on shorter time duration. That is 5 seconds duration. Lesser than 1 minute duration would be a little riskier. It is also well suited for the traders who love taking trades for the shortest period of time. So Vicky, usually I personally avoid trading on the shorter duration, because if you give a candle time to analyze, use the strategy, and in conjunction with the same, you will be able to enter in the market into the best possible trading situations. Mr. Imad ji said, Assalamu alaikum. I'm from Bangladesh. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Imran. Abzur ji Kamal. Hello. Good evening, Abzur ji. Mr. Palash ji said, welcome, welcome to the stream, Mr. Palash. Okay, so now while we are taking, so let me tell you that the trades that I'll be taking in my trading account will be uh, based on my experience. So do not try to copy my trades, although I'll be sharing my trading ideas majority on the Forex market, since we do the market analysis. And if you love fixed time trading as well, you can join the Olymptrade practice channel, where my colleagues do take sessions on the regular interval, and you can get to know about the financial market, the variation in the financial market from my colleagues as well. Welcome to the stream. Sir, any site which I can read candlestick? Yeah, yeah, there is this one particular site that I would highly recommend. That is Investopedia. You can go to Investopedia. There is a special article written for the candlestick formation. You can check up about that. So if you want, we can go ahead. Investopedia. Here, you can go to Investopedia and here search about candlestick formation. Although Olymptrade also have made candlestick. Okay. So what you can write down is the candlestick, and you will see all the candlestick analysis results in here. So this one particular site that you can get an information about. So let's start with HinMap. I have a lot of trading ideas to share with you, so stay tuned with me. So the very first thing that I wanted to share with you, right now you have seen the S&P 500 industrial indexes. The market is all-time high for S&P 500, which can be clearly seen if you go to Forex and write down S&P 500. We will be able to observe the entire market. Now it's been highly to the all-time highest price, close to all-time highest price. Even if you switch the graph to 1 day, you can see S&P 500 has been greatly recovered from the depths that it had. One of the biggest depth that we have seen, where was the time on which the Mr. Donald Trump has implemented tariff on the different countries, because of which the market was completely fallen down, and now we can see it is all time highest. and it can stay there for a very long period of time. In my opinion, S&P 500 has a greater chances for increasing in the upcoming days. So this is the S&P 500, from which you can see that the Microsoft will be opening up with a down little down value. Here we can also see the variation in here. Let me just show you one day performance. Rather than one day performance, we can also check the 1 week performance of the entire market. And here we can see that the Apple on a week basis rose to 1.92%, Google 3.29%, Nvidia dropped by 2.5, close to 2.5%. So that's how we will be able to analyze this. Now, one of the good trading ideas that I wanted to share with you is regarding crypto. Now, all we can see right now, in the recent time, the value of crypto has been fallen down tremendously well. Now, is it a good sign? Let's take an example for Bitcoin. If you have seen the recent market analytics, Bitcoin price dropped in a very heavy price. It went to 1,07,000. It has broken the level of around 1,10,000. If you can see, I have dropped down the support level in here, but it has recently broken down. But in my opinion, while I was going through the Fed interest rate policies, we come to the conclusion that this time Fed will be releasing its interest rate decision on September exactly. And this time, the federal chairman, Jeremy Powell, is thinking about decreasing the interest rate. Now, one of the best things that we can see when the interest rate decreases, if you remember the last session, whenever the interest rate decreases, people often try to invest in gold. And that is the reason gold has been increased to tremendously highest level. Now it will be challenging its all-time highest, which is $3,500, and we are all anticipating from it. I also have made a considerable amount of profit on my Forex trade. Let me show you this. So 219 or 220% profit is all what we were able to made on this. So that is an exciting profitability that we were been there. There's another trade that if you can see, this was completely based on the resistance level. It was close to resistance level, but we never know when the market will collapse down, and that is the reason we have taken the trade close to, in my opinion, around 2 hours. Trade is keeping on the positive front, and we'll wait how it turned out to be. We were on crypto. In my opinion, crypto has the highest chances of rising. The prices of Bitcoin is close to around 1,09,000. And that is the reason, if you'll see in Bitcoin, I'm holding my position with 10x as a multiplier. In the longer run, it will be able to give you more fruitful results. So not only the prices of Bitcoin will be keep on increasing, but there is another asset we can see that they have the perfect correlation with each other. That is Ethereum. Dear traders, the amount by which the Bitcoin has increased, Ethereum has the highest chances of rising with double than the existing speed, because even though the Bitcoin prices are highly, very, very strong price, so people will think about buying Bitcoin around $1,11,000. Those who have it, this amount is very high because of the fact that a lot of people will tend to go towards the alternative cryptocurrency. Now, in terms of alternative cryptocurrency, Ethereum, let me switch to the crypto assets here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Solana, Binance Coin, these all have a great chances of increasing. In my opinion, Ethereum has the highest chances of increasing compared to the prices of Bitcoin. But if you want to keep your amount safe, we can basically open up a trade on Bitcoin with the smallest value of multiplier around 10, and we will be able to profit on this. We have a lot of comments. Thank you very much for your comments. Mr. Markhor ji said, Salam bhai, kaise ho aap? Walaikum assalam. I'm very good, sir. Thank you very much for raising this point. Mr. Ranjana said, sir, signal trading do na, sir ji. Sir, I would love to give you the signals, but the thing is, the charts are getting delayed, and for specific fixed time trading signals, we have an exclusive sessions with the financial analysts that you can join on Wednesday, on even Thursday, on Fridays. Our special analysts are there who do trade on the live trading account. You will be able to copy their trades if you may like and take the advantage of the situation. um, so Mr. Roaster, you said, what if there is a bullish trend in 5 minutes? TF and bearish in 15 minutes, and I'm confused which TF should I follow for the trade, sir. Always remember this. The shorter time fluctuations have been reflected by 5 minutes duration. Correct. And the higher the time you usually go, the stronger the trend it basically indicates. Now, if both of the signals are contradicting each other, it's better not to take the trade at them. There are some instances. Let's take an example. If you try to go ahead with RSI, let's take an example for RSI, and you selected the value of RSI for close to uh, 14 candles. Here we can see that the price of asset was in this time was completely entering. But if you switch to a little higher time duration, you will get the confirmation that it was not oversold. So this is the kind of confirmation that you get on higher time frame. Now, if you have a signal on a shorter time frame, like let's just suppose 5 minutes duration, taking a trade close to I think around 8 to 15 minutes would be a good options to take a trade on. I mean, you can absolutely open up a trade on. I like this. I like the class up. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Mehra Jan he said 40 lakh loss. I'm in Olymptrade. I'm very sorry for the losses. Sir, please let me know in the comment section what's the existing trading time that you are selecting. Because if you look into my trading history, I do take the trade, but I don't usually go for the shorter time duration. I usually go with minimum 2 minutes, 3 minutes duration. Try to vary my trading time, and based on that, I try to find out the signals. So if you try to take the trade for a very shorter time, let me know in the comment section which trading time are you selecting, Mr. Mehra, and what strategy are you targeting at that moment? Psychological part plays a very crucial role in trading. That's one thing for sure. So in terms of signals, let's start about signals. So as I told you, crypto has a very good chances of rising. All we can see that all the crypto indexes right now for us based on a day basis. We can see that all of them are getting, so that means the momentum for BTC are on the rising front. So good chances for the Bitcoin to rise in the upcoming trend. So what's one thing for sure you probably have observed, the value of gold has been keep on pushing itself to the highest segment. The reason for gold to rise to such an amazing level is because the Fed will be decreasing its interest rate. In this one, there is good chances for Fed to decrease the interest rate. Not only that, because of the conflict which is happening between I mean the tariff which recently Donald Trump has aparted on India is close to 50%. This 50% tariff, that's the reason Indian government, Indian central bank, if you may say specifically, starting with the very high volume on gold. Rather than depending on USD, they are investing heavily on gold. That is the reason the price of gold are increasing. And in my opinion, it would be very soon that gold will try to break above 3,500 level. From the trade that you can see, our existing trade, it is showing us close to 219% profit. That's not the only profit. We'll be holding this trade for a considerable amount of time. Mr. Palash ji said, sir, please अच्छी strategy सिखाइए जिसमें सीख सकते हैं. So the first thing that you have to know is the candlestick formation, as I told you, and based on the strategy, you can use the bullish and bearish engulfing concept. This has been broadly used among all the financial market. You know about the engulfing concept. Engulfing is a part in which the previous candle has been completely eaten by the very next candle. We call it as engulfing concept. Okay, let's take an example for like these. There are good chances that this candle has eaten up the previous candle. So good chances for the market to form a bearish trend. Let's try to open up a trade for around 8 minutes. Engulfing concept along with any sort of indicators and oscillators will be playing a pivotal role. Do not try to copy my trade, dear traders, because the timing that I'm showing you the trade on my screen and YouTube, actually the signals get delayed close to 30 seconds to a minute duration, and we know that the entry matters a lot in fixed time trading, so please be careful about that. So engulfing concept works like a charm a lot of time, but you have to know how the engulfing concept works. So for that, you have to know how the candlestick formation really forms and how it basically generates the signals on the different time frames. Mr. Ranjanaji said, yes, no signal. I didn't get your question, sir. Please clarify your question. Mr. John said, why no indicators show opposite direction and one gets, why do indicators show opposite direction and one gets the law? It depends on the candles time that you are watching the candle for, Mr. John. Can you let me know what trading time are you using so that it will give us a little clarity based on the time duration and we can adjust the time duration accordingly. Mr. Muzmilji said for 48,000 loss. I'm very sorry for all the losses that all the traders are going through. I'm really encouraging you to start focusing on the candlestick formation, the first thing. And once you know how the candlestick formation works, use different patterns, can bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, right? Uh, what we can a bearish trend signal formation can be easily seen by the bear oscillator or the bulls oscillator. You can also use in conjunction with each other. Mr. Muzmil ji said, please Urdu में या हिंदी में सिखाएं. Mr. Muzmil ji, my fellow traders, do trade in Hindi and Urdu language on specific days. These are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday specifically. On these time, you can join Olymptrade practice. Subscribe to Olymptrade practice, and you will get the live sessions there. Gold prices. Okay, we were talking about gold. Let me just quickly give you an analysis for this week. So this week, one of the biggest data will be releasing out. That is economic calendar. In the economic calendar, non-farm payroll once in every week, every month. On the very first week, non-farm payroll data usually get released. Now, while I was observing the non-farm payroll data, last month data basically turned out to be the worst nightmare that the financial market can think about. That was one of the reasons why the value of USD started decreasing exactly in the last week. Now, this week, on exactly Friday, you will be able to watch non-farm payroll. Now, this data is being released once in every month. And in my opinion, if the non-farm payroll data turns out to be red, exactly at 6 o'clock, this is according to the India Standard Time. If you do not know anything about it, let me know in the comment section. We will have an exclusive session of that. Mr. Pankaj Mishra ji said, hello. Hello, Mishra ji. Welcome to the stream. Mishra ji said, class crash or boom asset caise stop loss. So it is very difficult to select the stop loss because the fluctuation in the price of crash indexes are very high. So therefore, in order to make profit on indexes, the best way to make profit is to scalp your way out from the trade. Now, how we will be able to scalp our way out? The first thing is count the number of candles that has been accumulated so far. Now, majority of the time, if you will see the crash index, the market drops on a very high note, and therefore the stop loss even breaks close to 70 or 80%. So one of the easiest way to capitalize on these moments is scalp your way out. Scalp your way out. You can select the 5 to 10% profit margin. Make sure the market is rising. If you see crash STM 150, that means at least 2.5 candle 150 ticks. That means 150 seconds. One tick is equal to 1 second. And at that one particular price, the intentions of market should be on the rising side. So if you'll see the first thing that the market should be rising, we should take the trade. If it is crash 150, the first thing we will notice that the market should be on the rising side. The second thing is we know that the average price crash is between 150 candles. That means close to 2.5 to 3 candles. So in order to make profit, take the trade on the third or fourth candle, make 10 to 15% profit and close the trade. That's one thing you can do. Mr. Roasterji said, sir, one more question. I'm drawing support and resistance level. How long should I look back at the market to draw those levels? The higher the time duration you select the candle time for, the stronger the support and resistance level it indicates. On the shorter time frame, you will be able to watch the support and resistance level very closely. But even if you select the graph for 30 minutes duration, it shows you a perfect analogy for support and resistance. Based on that, you can draw the line and select the time frame that you want to take the trade for how much specific the duration or the time duration that you want to take the trade for. Hold the trade for some period of, let's take an example. So here in this situation, you can see that based on the support level, it came to this particular level, and based on that we have taken the trade for close to 3 hours. The reason that the market can rise from the support level, but we never know when it would be. That is the reason I took the trade for close to 3 hours. close to 3 hours we have taken the trade for. And this is the trade we have taken on the engulfing concept, that is the bearish engulfing. So we watched the candle for 5 minutes duration. The previous candle, the previous candle was eaten up by the very next candle. We can see there is a tail formation, which is also an indication that the bearish market can follow, and that's the reason we took the trade in downward direction. Engulfing concept is was something we have used for. Mr. Bipinji has joined the stream. Welcome to the session, Bipinji. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Roasterji, I hope I answered your question. On this week, exactly at 6 o'clock. Remember, dear trader, there will be a huge impulse in the market because of the uncertainty that the non-farm payroll will be there. If the non-farm payroll will be red this time, prepare to take the trade on gold in the bullish direction. Because if the non-farm payroll turns out to be red, if both of these data turned out to be red, gold will try to break above the psychological level of 3,500, and I'm very sure the market will rise like anything. Not only the non-farm payroll, because if suppose the non-farm payroll, all these data are red, non-farm payroll and unemployment data are red, it will drive US dollar to the bearish sentiments. That is the reason USD JPY has the great chances of decreasing once again. And if the value of USD JPY decreases, gold will benefit from it. But one of the best thing will happen good, that the Fed will try to decrease the interest rate on 17th of September. And if Fed decreases interest rate on 17th of September, one thing for sure, Bitcoin along with its all remaining partners will rise. Can you see this? A good chances for Bitcoin to rise, and it's been happening right now. The trade that we have taken on 8 minutes duration based on the engulfing pattern turned out to be positive. I hope, dear traders, you are enjoying today's session. These are the trades that we have taken for a little higher time duration. We can see that the compound index is finally on the rising front. The trade that we have taken on the support part, we have given around 2 hours are still remaining for the trade to close, but I'm very positive that the trade will end on the positive note. Dear traders, Bitcoin, we talked about Bitcoin, gold. Not only gold will increase, but silver will also try to increase, because during the natural calamities or tariff war which happens in the entire world, the only thing that rises is the prices of gold, silver. The natural assets are available. On these assets, the higher chances for the market to rise. So keep a very closer look on the market. And I'm very happy to have this session with you. Make sure you take the trade, select the stop loss or take profit effectively well when you are trying to take the trade on the non-farm payroll. Good chances, if the, as I told you, if the non-farm payroll turns out to be red, good chances that the prices of gold along with Bitcoin, silver, these will be rising like anything. Even I was reading a report on the Morgan Stanley where it basically predicted that the Euro USD have a good chances of reaching to 1.09 level. So take this analysis, use it for you for profit. Let's answer the last question. Mr. Roaster, he said, can we take FTT for more than 23 hours? Unfortunately, not. The maximum time duration that you can take the trade on any asset is minimum 5 seconds to maximum 23 hours. Unfortunately, a trade higher than 23 hours won't be possible. In order to use it for the higher time, you can switch to Forex, select an asset and which you wish to trade, take the trade, select the proper stop loss and take profit, make the money and leave the market. We absolutely have the chances to close the trade, but we still will be holding our position on this. Bipinji said hi. Bipinji said hi. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, Bipinji. So that's the market analysis from mine. I wish you all the best for the upcoming market updates. Stay tuned with me. I'm your financial analyst, Akash Malhotra, signing up for today. If you like today's stream, subscribe to Olymptrade Practice, share with your friends, your fellow traders. As a community, we have to grow together to capitalize on the market sentiments. Thank you very much for having me. I wish you all the best. Have a great day ahead, guys. Good luck in trading. Bye bye.